YouTube, what's going on, man? It's Father Dark, and we got some good news today. So there's a lot of people that were really upset and irritated that they had said yesterday in the news for the new season update that, and excuse my kids in the background, where we're supposed to be getting snow at some point, so they preemptively called school up because, that's what they do in the South. Anyway, they basically had said that they were going to reset the rank, and a lot of people felt some type of way about that. Now, they said they're going to reset rank. Obviously, they're going to do it at the beginning of the new season, but they said they were going to reset the rank with the mid-season update, which we know that from previous video. And if you don't know, they said they were going to be doing that on February 21st, which is going to be a Friday, upcoming Friday. They said they were going to reset the rank, take everybody down 4 tiers or whatever you like to call it, divisions. And, so a lot of people were all over Twitter yesterday, all the other socials and stuff like that, and they were complaining about it. And there was a lot of people that said they had literally just gotten up to gold or hadn't gotten to gold yet, or, had just got up to whatever rank they were at and they were already having a hard enough time. And at first, when I first heard the news, I didn't really think it was that big of a deal, just because I feel like if you can get to a certain rank, then, it's not going to take you that long to get back up to that rank. I think each rank that you get up to where you kind of plateau at, that's when you kind of have to start making adjustments and kind of learning from your mistakes and stuff like that. But if you're a plat player, diamond, grandmaster, et cetera, that's what you are, it's not like anyone is going to be able to keep you back from that. There's some other mitigating factors like EOMM and, different things like that where, you just might be getting bad teammates. I had a couple of those earlier. But for the most part, though, overall, you probably will have learned, by now to kind of, balance out whatever you need to do to be able to get to the rank that you need to get to. There were some people that were saying that, it might be a good thing simply because you have a lot of people that have been buying boosted accounts and stuff like that, been getting carried to certain ranks. And then, it kind of becomes an issue for everyone else on the team simply because, we all know, there's just certain days where you'll get on and you're like, these people on my team cannot be real. These can't be legitimate players, right? They're in a rank and, the enemies all know what they're doing and have an idea of how to play the game, but no one on your team seems to understand how to play the game and has no idea what's going on. And that's not very fair to people. It disrupts the flow of ranked when you have, I understand that teammates are random and they're just random people and they can be having different things going on. Some people like to, do some extracurricular activities prior to getting onto the game. Not everybody's like me and works out and makes sure they had a good night's rest and, tries to make sure that they've done all of their priorities for the day and all that kind of stuff. Drinks nothing but caffeine prior to getting on. I understand not everybody's like that or is that competitive. They just kind of get on. They want to have fun, and for some reason they choose rank to do that in. But at the same time, though, like I said, when people are using boosted accounts, if you're really a bronze or a silver player and you have a grandmaster account or plat or diamond or anything like that, what are you doing, man? You know what I mean? Yeah, you're just going to get on there and embarrass yourself and have people in the chat going crazy on you. So, that was just one side of it. But then you had a lot of other people too that were saying oh, well, they don't know how to make a competitive game because, you don't reset rank in the midseason. Now, I don't know about other games, but anytime that I've played rank in any game that I play and actually play, that's never been a thing. The midseason updates were more for content, but it wasn't to reset rank though. But they did say, though, that you'll still be able to get from the way that I read the post, the way that I understood it was that you'll still be able to get your rewards, your seasonal rewards for ranked, meaning I think it's called the Blood Shield skin for Sue Storm that a lot of people were really interested in and really wanted. You'll be able to get that. You'll be able to get your little icon thing that you get that goes on your banner that will let people know that you are a Grandmaster or plus or top 500 plus, etc. So, that's good. And the thing is, too, that I just want to say, too, is that, you should really have appreciation for developers that actually take the time to listen to their community. This channel started out as a Call of Duty channel, and that was all I played since Warzone 1 came out. That I've pretty much no life Warzone, made a whole entire channel, for YouTube and TikTok strictly for Warzone, right? There was no other content. Every now and again, I branch out and play a new game that came out just to give it a chance. But ultimately, we always ended up back at the same place, which was Call of Duty. And, COD basically became too big for their britches. They got to a point to where they just felt like we can do whatever we want, and we're going to cater to, a group of people that basically only play our game, every once in a while, versus the people that actually like give our game life, and the people that create content for it, and the really competitive players and stuff. Cheating got to a point to where it just ran, rampant. They didn't listen to all of the critiques that the community was giving, which is a really strange thing to me, because we live in a day and age where you don't have to guess anything. You don't have to wonder or think about anything. You can simply just know what your audience wants. I can jump on Twitter right now and scroll through and get an idea of how people feel about something, and then make a video tailored to what people are thinking and what their opinions are and stuff. You can see that. If you're scrolling through and you see 100 posts that all say, rank shouldn't be reset in the middle of the season, and you're even seeing it from everybody, from lower tier players, middle tier players, content creators, everybody. If you're seeing that, then just don't do it, And the thing is that the Rivals developers, they actually, they took the time to look at it, see the comments that people were leaving and stuff like that, their opinions on it, and they went with the more popular decision. They had already made a decision, and they just simply reversed it. And we're not seeing that a lot, like in games nowadays. That was what kind of made Fortnite, I feel like, such a good game in the beginning. Not saying it's not a good game now, I don't play it anymore. So but I'm sure they still do the same thing in regards to listening to their audience. I remember there was a time when they had released, like, I think it was like the Tommy gun or something like that, and it was just absolutely broken. And I think at the time, like, you could run like 2 of them. I can't remember exactly what it was. I just remember it was absolutely broken, and there was just no way, like, if somebody had that, especially in a game like that, it's not even like Warzone where like you can like buy your loadout or something. It was just a situation where you just had to find that loadout initially, like, while playing the game. But yeah, like, it was just absolutely broken, and it was like within 24 hours of it coming out, and then seeing what people were saying online and stuff, and different creators and things like that, they put like a poll on their page on Twitter. And they were like, hey, whatever the result of this is at the end of it, should we take it out or leave it in? We'll end up doing it, within a few hours of us finishing the poll. And yeah, it was like a few hours later, they saw like it was like 89% of people said take them out or whatever, or at least nerf them or something. And I think that's what they did. They nerfed them or whatever a little bit, or they just completely took them out. I can't remember. This has been 6-7 years ago since, that time or whatever. So nonetheless, the point that I'm making is that is what developers should be doing. And when developers actually take the time to listen to their audience, because too many developers, they have too much pride and ego, and they're like, well, we made this decision, we spent months working on this, or whatever the case may be, and that's just where we're gonna leave it at. And it's like, bro, that's not, when you make, like, look at it like this, right? I like to paint, and I have like a couple of paintings in my office that I've done, right? Those paintings were just for me. I wasn't planning to sell them or put them in a, art museum or anything like that. They were just simply for me, what I wanted to look at. I have one of like an owl that has like a bunch of different colors on it and stuff that I made that I really like. And I have another one that's like a moon, with colors that I like or whatever, right? And they both kind of fit the same theme, but they're sitting in my office. They're just for me. If someone comes in here and happens to like them, that's fine, cool, whatever. But it doesn't sway me one way or the other. Whereas if I was to make some art and I wanted people to see it and appreciate it, then I would make the art that others wanted to see and appreciate, right? I wouldn't like just put up some random art and people go, well, this is garbage, I don't like it. And me go, oh, well, see, you just don't understand. You can't fathom how you don't understand the deeper meaning to this. Like, no, bro, if people think it's trash and you want others to like it, it is what it is. When I make content, if you guys tell me, like, if I make a video and you tell me like, hey, you know what, we don't like that intro, or we don't like that song that you play in the beginning, if one person says it, 2 people say it, nah. If I start to get a flood of comments saying the same thing, then I'll switch it up. What kind of music would you all prefer? I can make music for myself and listen to it all day long. But if the intro music is bothering you, or the intro itself is bothering you, or the style of the video, maybe something's too loud or something's too low, that's constructive criticism. I'll take that and I will make the proper adjustments, right? It's nothing personal. And putting your ego and pride into it is just like, what is the point of that? Where's that going to get you? To get you having a game that's fallen off, like an Overwatch or something like that. And then I love how once their game starts to die off, then they want to come back at the last second and go like you're in like a bad relationship, right? It's like, oh, I've been cheating on you this whole time, but but now that you're with somebody else and you're happy, now I'll try to do all those things that you wanted me to do or whatever the case is, right? And that doesn't work. You know what I mean? You have to do those things while the individual is still around and asking you to do them, not do it as a last ditch effort after the fact. And like I said, that's something that they've actually, it seems like, been doing, has been, listening to people. So, we should all really like appreciate that and actually like not take that for granted, because it works both ways, right? If the developers are listening to you and then you just start to like try, not saying that anybody is, I'm just kind of like speaking from experience with other games, how I've seen where people have ran community managers and stuff like that completely off of like Reddit and Twitter and stuff. And they've just stopped actually paying any attention to the community because the community became too toxic or whatever the case is. So definitely like appreciate those individuals that do listen to you versus the ones that don't, and show that by giving your love and appreciation, whether it be in the comment section or through contributing to the game or just playing it or whatever that looks like for you, right? But so I don't know. I think that me personally, I didn't really care either way. I was fine if they were gonna reset it. I just would have kept that in mind the next time and grinded it out sooner, because I do take a lot of times where I'll switch over and I'll see if Call of Duty has actually changed anything, go in just to grind out my battle pass for that season. But for the most part, I've been 98% playing Rivals. But like I said too, and sometimes too I play with a lot of friends in the evenings for quick play and stuff. But I think I would have just kind of dedicated initially more time and energy into leveling up in ranked. So yeah, but that's all I have to add for that. Let me know in the comments though. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to get a sneeze out there. Allergies are killing me. Just don't mind that. Nonetheless, though, let me know in the comments though what you guys think about. Do you think that's a W or an L? Were you excited for the rank changes? Are you happy that they actually listen? Either way, just let me know in the comments. But this is Dark, and I'm out. Catch you guys on the next one.